Hello, students. Welcome to Easy Elimu Learning Simplified. I am your teacher, Mr. Stanley Ombogo. So, dear students, in this episode that we are about to have, allow me take you through character traits and characterization in A Man of Awesome Power by Naguib Mahfouz. So, as I take this privilege to, uh, take you through the character portrayals of some of the characters that we have in the story. Remember that in the previous videos, we have, we have looked at plot analysis of the story. We have also mentioned a number of, stylistic devices that are employed or used in this story. We've also been able, that is, to look at the thematic concerns that are raised in the story. So in this episode, dear students, please allow me take you through the character portrayal of the characters that we have. So the story has quite a number of characters, but the major character that we have is Taib Al-Mahid. So he's the main and the central character of the story. Other characters are just mentioned, and they also play very minimal roles in the story. So these are the characters. These are the characters that we have in A Man of Awesome Power. So we have the first character being Taib Al-Mad. So he is the main character of the story. So he is also the character in the story who has the power to make things happen just by, just by commanding, simply by saying, let this happen, and it happens. So we also have Hania. So Hania is not playing a very major role in the story, but we are told she is Taib's wife. So remember, Taib has a wife and also daughters, but in the story we get to learn that his daughters are all married, so he stays with his wife Hania. So in the story, there is also a man of radiant appearance that is mentioned. So he is the one who appears to Taib in a dream and gives Taib his powers. So apart from that, we also have the television broadcaster, who is also mentioned in the story, also a minor character. So he is a man whose speech Taib interrupts by making him sneeze and ending the what the show. So we also have a man called Suleiman, Suleiman Bey al-Hamalawi. So he is a man whom Taib forces to go to the task prosecutor's office to, to ask for forgiveness. Then, apart from asking for forgiveness, he is also supposed to, pay his taxes and give, pay up the millions of pounds that he owe. So, apart from that, we also have the woman at the zoo. So the woman at the zoo is also mentioned. So she is a woman whom Taib becomes attracted to while visiting the zoo. The woman Taib becomes attracted to while visiting the zoo. So I believe those are the only characters that we have in the story. A man of awesome power. So we may not look at all the character portrayals of all the characters that we have in the story, because most of them play very minimal roles, and they are also mentioned. So in this episode, I'd like to look at the following characters, beginning with the first character, that is Taib al-Mad. So one more time, remember that Taib is the main character, and is also the man with the awesome powers. So some of the character traits or portrayals that Taib have in the stories. Number one, we can say that he is observant. So Taib is described as being a devout and paying attention to his religious duties. So I think maybe we can also say that he is religious. The fact that he pays attention uh, to his religious duty means that he is also religious. So apart from being observant and religious, Taib al-Mahdi is also virtuous. So in the uh, in the story, we get to learn that Taib values and seeks out good qualities and moral values. So the text also describes Taib as a good man who tries to live his life in a virtuous way. So uh, another character that Taib portrays in the story, uh, we can say that he is also regretful and sad. So remember, dear students, that after Taib makes a mistake, that is by sleeping with the woman at the zoo, or using his powers to satisfy his lustful desires, he loses his power. So after losing the power, we are told that Taib experiences feelings of regret and sadness. He experiences feelings of regret and sadness. So that tells us that he is regretful and sad. The episode that is tells us how regretful and sad Taib al-Mahdi is. So the next character that he portrays, that is Taib, is that he is secretive. So he does not reveal to his wife Ania that he had been bestowed with, the awesome power. So he fails to mention to his wife Ania that he has got some God-given power and that he can command or say something to happen, and it happens as he commands. So that tells us his secretive nature. So there is also this character that he portrays is emotional. So he causes one radio announcer to suffer massive sneezes after making an announcement that gave false hopes. So this, made him, become emotional, and as a result, he did what? He made the man, or he caused the radio announcer to suffer. He caused the radio announcer to suffer massive sneezes. So he's also vengeful. He hits back a taxi driver who ignores him by wishing him an accident. So not only does he, wishes the taxi driver an accident, but we are also told that he stared at the taxi's rear wheels, and both of them exploded suddenly like a bomb. So he the fact that the taxi driver, sped and waved back at Taib in haughty refusal. So these angered Taib, and as a result, he, he made the taxi's rear wheels explode like a bomb. So we can also say that he's a protector. That is, he causes a man who had physically attacked and assaulted a woman in a bus to suffer stomach cramps. So remember, the man had slapped the woman on the face. That is shortly after an argument erupted between the two of them. That is the man, the woman, and the man who was behind her. So Taib can also say to be an that is adulterer. So we can call him an adulterer because he sleeps with a woman who isn't his wife. So remember the incident at the tea garden, that is making the gorgeous woman to fall in love with him so that he could satisfy his amorous or sexual desires. So the next character that we are going to look at, his traits is Suleiman Bey al-Hamalawi. So remember uh, Suleiman Bey al-Malawi is a man. Is a man who evaded the, paying taxes and also paying paying debt. So in the story, we are told that the tax authorities counted Suleiman one of the fat cats of the reforms among the city's poor. So he was, among the rich people uh, in the society, or in the what, in the city. So some of the character portrayals that can be seen in Suleiman Bey al-Hamalawi is that number one is arrogant. So Suleiman is described as being surrounded by slavish devotees and followers, which could suggest that he is arrogant or self uh, self-important or self-important. So we also told that he is self-important, just like mentioned in the previous trait. So the fact that Suleiman is surrounded by devoted followers should indicate that he sees himself as being important or influential. So another thing about that is the character Suleiman is that he is corrupt. So the text mentions that Suleiman is counted among the city's poor uh, by the tax authorities, which could suggest that he is seen as being dishonest or corrupt. So remember, he's also we are also told that the tax authorities counted him as one of the fat cats of the reforms among the city's poor. So, dear students, that marks the end of our lesson, and please keep it easy, Elimu, and ensure that you keep it easy, Elimu, for you to get more and more videos. Until next time, bye.